Headlines most affecting Chilliwack this week. WestJet averts a lockout. So your May long weekend travels, they're good. But the rail system, that could be headed for a shutdown. A legend in Chilliwack politics and Rotary passes away. And get ready to roar at Agassiz and Greg Moore Raceway. We'll have that coming up in sports. Our guest this week includes Alina Durham and an update on the adult Amber Alert system. All right, Chilliwack, let's get started. WestJet and their Mechanics Fraternal Association, that's the certified union representing the maintenance engineers, announced on Monday they have reached a tentative agreement on a first collective bargaining agreement between the two organizations. Now, both parties have to await for this ratification vote to be put forward to the membership. Now, there was a lockout notice issued on Sunday. That's been dropped, and that's a sigh of relief for May long weekend travelers, and that's coming up fast. But time is running out for a piece of legislation in Victoria that would create an Amber Alert for adults. This has been the goal of Alina Durham. In June of 2021, the 23-year-old mother of two, her body was found in the Fraser River near Coquitlam. Foul play was not suspected. Alina is Shailene's mom, and we'll have an update from her in just a few minutes' time. 79-year-old Elgin Unger passed away from a sudden illness. A friend and former Chilliwack MLA and Mayor John Less took to social media, quote, "He was a successful businessman. He served as an alderman and then the township of Chilliwack, a keen political observer and supporter, and a very good friend and confidant. Eldon was also a major driving force behind the building of the new emergency ward at Chilliwack General. That was about 20 years ago, raising multiple millions of dollars to launch the process. His business acumen and drive were invaluable, and the successful completion of the major improvement to the hospital was amazing." That picture you're seeing is Eldon on the right with John Jansen on the left. Remember John? Cultus Lake Manager of Corporate Services and the corporate officer, Rachel Litchfield, led the kickoff meeting for this year's seasonal policing team in Cultus Lake with the bylaw enforcement, the parking enforcement, the fire chief, and volunteer members, as well as the park's new security team, Frontline Integrated Security. The annual meeting creating an opportunity to align the enforcement, the safety, and educational tactics ahead of the summer season in the park. And as the May long weekend is fast approaching, that's very important.
Count us in, Desiree.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Show us there.
My name is Ariana Stevenson.
Brittany Sovereign.
My full name is Tiarani Ariana Smith.
Desiree Waldy.
Katrina Barson.
Alexis Beer.
Since I was a little girl, I loved to sing and was fascinated by it.
I play guitar.
I sing mostly, but I dabble a little bit with the keyboard.
I will be playing multiple instruments. I am a singer-songwriter and I play a little bit of guitar.
I play guitar and I sing. I'm a singer-songwriter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Show us there.
The Teamsters Canada Rail Conference announcing that some 10,000 workers at CN and CPKC have voted to authorize strikes at both companies. Now, unless parties can reach an agreement, a work stoppage could happen as early as May the 22nd. CN runs through the Fraser Valley on the south side of the Fraser River, like Chilliwack. CPKC runs on the north side, like Agassiz. Now, both rail lines do transport goods, and that would have a major impact on both local and regional business. GW Graham has been selected as an official affiliate high school for the Vancouver Film School. GWG students and alumni now qualify for a 10% tuition reduction for all of the major programs and a 50% reduction for all summer intensives. So starting in the fall, Vancouver Film School and GW Graham will be collaborating to create an audition portfolio day where 1 to 2 students will be awarded a full free ride, 1-year tuition for any VFS program. Hope Fire Department appointing Lieutenant David Hick to the position of Fire Smart Coordinator and then promoted him to the rank of Assistant Chief. He's been a resident of Hope for the past 16 years, and he's been a member of the Volunteer Fire Department for the last 10. On behalf of the Hope Fire Department, Hick has deployed to many wildfires in British Columbia since 2017, including Williams Lake, Lytton, and West Kelowna as well. The District of Hope announcing that it has been awarded a grant of almost $200,000 by the Community Resiliency Investment Program, and that's funded by the province of BC through the Ministry of Forests. Now, still with Hope, the district is transferring its ownership of the Dan Shires Aquatic Center to the Fraser Valley Regional District. FVRD already oversees the operation of the entire recreation center and now owns the ice rink, the conference center, the rec center, the indoor pools, and other facilities. Now, naturally, they are expensive to build and maintain, so the FVRD can basically handle the costs. Coming up, our interview with Alina Durham, and loads of racing. That's all coming up in sports. This week continues with someone who we've been able to get to know over the last few years from, ironically, a tragedy. 3 years ago, Alina Durham's daughter, Lehn, disappeared. And since then, there's been a push started by you, and I got to give you full credit for that because it's taken a lot of intestinal fortitude to get this going, and that is for an adult Amber Alert. We've got a couple of things on the go. We've two petitions, one's federal, one's provincial, and I know there's a time crunch to get some things going. But you were mentioning that if people want to sign this, sign one of the documents, either one, to try and get an adult Amber Alert, it is a public document now for both provincial and federal. Is that it?
So what it is provincial, it is now a public document, and federal, Mark Stroll is making awareness on the House of Commons website by doing up a petition to make awareness. But it has to, for an adult alert to get passed, it has to be done provincially.
And it has to be, we're looking at the end of the month is to get this going? Because I know we have a provincial election down the road, so time seems to be of the essence.
Yes, exactly. So with the federal Mark Stroll's petition for awareness, that will come down on May 22nd, 2024. Okay.
That comes off the website.
That comes down, yeah, comes off, sorry, yeah. And as for the provincial, Kelly has put the petition through with 1,200 signatures, and that has now become a public document. And what will happen is it's really up to Kelly. I would ask Kelly wholeheartedly, better wording, that wholeheartedly that she will push to encourage all levels of government to move this forward.
We were talking off the air that a lot of families have reached out to you and said, we're in the same position. We need information. We agree that this adult Amber Alert should be instituted. How do you feel about that? It has to be bittersweet that there's all this support coming from a tragedy.
At the end of the day, I have talked to a lot of other families, and everybody has voiced the same, that they are in favor for an adult alert. We already know that the Amber Alert for children has been successful. I think it's shameful and almost biased in a way not to have one for adults. I just think it's a matter that it has to be pushed, an urgency to get the government to do what they have to do to get it passed, basically, right?
And again, to emphasize that it has to be done provincially before anything federal, or it's strictly a provincial thing?
I was told that it is strictly provincial. Because we have the children's alert, which is provincial, this alert would have to be provincial also. So I have to thank Mark wholeheartedly for making awareness and putting a petition on the House of Commons website.
Yeah.
And I also want to thank Kelly wholeheartedly for presenting it to the legislature in honor of my daughter. And I can't thank both of them enough. And I also want to thank so many people, because there's been so many people involved in this process. And I wholeheartedly thank each and every one of you. and I can only hope and pray that this will get passed. We are urgently in need of it.
So Kelly Padden, the MLA for Chilliwack Kent, MLMP for Chilliwack Hope is Mark Strahl. Their websites will have information. There's lots of social media that we can just reach out to. chillTV, Abbey TV, or Fraser Valley News, and we can put you in touch with that. And we will definitely keep in touch to see what happens at the end of May. Again, a big thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, and it's because of people like yourself where we can make awareness, and that's what I hold on to. I hold on to Kelly and Mark and the media, the papers, everything, so that we can try and all work together to have what we need to have.
Alina, thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching This Week. chillTV Sports, the race season at Agassiz Speedway gets underway on Saturday with the annual Mel Powers season opener. Now, this could be a little ragged as last weekend's test and tunes were rained out. Go to the social media of Agassiz Speedway for ticket information. Meanwhile, Greg Moore Raceway gearing up for another round of the West Coast Kart Club. Race number 3 is this weekend with the time trials on Saturday, racing on Sunday. This is a free event for spectators. It was the game that the Chilliwack Crusaders rugby team wanted, but they came up short on the scoreboard and lost their Division III game against Comox Valley 24-21. A fast-paced and physical game played down to the final touch of the ball. So congratulations to all the Crusaders on a remarkable season. So they leave the pitch with a 13-2 season and playoff run, as well as winning all 3 preseason games. The Crusaders played 8 out of the 9 top teams and only 1 regular season loss. And the weather didn't dampen the fun with the Chilliwack Giants Kids Camp at Townsend Park. Now, if you want more information on Giants football programs, it's all over social media, and yep, they're looking for cheerleaders too. Coming up, Cari with the weather. chillTV weekend weather. So, Cari, can we now complain about the heat?
Hi, Chilliwack. Your weather this weekend is going to be amazing. Temperatures into the mid to high 20s, nice and sunny, pretty much a 0% chance of rain. Next week, it's going to stay pretty nice with temperatures around 15 and pretty much only a 30% chance of rain. So fingers crossed, it's going to stay wonderful. I hope everybody gets out there and spends some quality time with their moms this weekend, because heads up, it is Mother's Day. And fun fact, the first sound that a baby learns to make is the mm sound, which goes to show you why in almost every single language the word for mom starts with the letter M. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Have a great Mother's Day. I'm Don Lehn.